Let's do Rafayel's memoria. Love silhouette. As the Lincoln New Year draws near Lincoln City, spending it with him feels like it holds a special meaning this time. Start. White Sand Bay in winter is as peaceful as ever. In Mo Art Studio, a TV program with lively New Year's interviews is being broadcast, filling the room with background noise. Thomas and I, though, are both glued to our phones.
The plane was supposed to land 2 hours ago. Was the air traffic in Lincoln City really that bad today?
No idea. I just got a message saying it's almost here.
Maybe he'll pop out of nowhere any second now.
Talia! Oh my gosh, wait. It's New Year's Eve, but Rafayel, the person we planned to ring in the New Year with, is nowhere to be seen.
In just 12 hours, we'll be celebrating the Lincoln New Year. What are your hopes and dreams for the coming year? Let's hand the mic to the lucky audience member in front of us. Huh?
What? The camera zooms in, focusing on a familiar face. Rafayel, leaning against a sports car, lowers his phone and looks up. He's clearly confused.
Sir, were you texting your family just now? You looked really happy.
He was texting me. At that moment, my phone vibrates, and sure enough, a familiar avatar starts bouncing in my chats. Remember the squirt you picked up and left with me for a few days? Its owner just sent a photo of it after it got neutered. It looks like it's in a daze. I don't know why they sent it to me though. It's not like I missed that squirt one bit, right? Oh right, 2 cat paw stamped greeting cards arrived in the mail and are sitting in the entryway saying welcome. The last text is clearly cut off. He probably sent it by accident when he was interrupted.
Hello, sir. Are you a local?
I'm not. Sorry, I was just passing through. You might want to interview someone.
Why don't you share your New Year's wish with everyone watching?
No, thank you.
My New Year's wish is to hurry home and see the person I miss the most.
As he says this, he looks directly at the camera. It's almost like he's staring at me through the screen. For some reason, my heart starts racing.
Look over there. Isn't that the famous artist, Rafayel? It's him, right?
Oh no. Rafayel, get out of there.
Let's wait a bit before we eat.
Rafayel was invited at the last minute to an overseas exhibition, which threw a wrench into our New Year's plans. He could only make it back to Lincoln one day before the New Year. Hello?
So, I'm gonna be a little late today.
Yeah, I saw that. What happened? Fender bender, or did your car break down? I pretend I don't know and sound concerned.
Yup, it broke down when I was halfway there. On top of that, I also got scammed.
What?
And you know those flowers I ordered? The florist told me his cat ate them, so no flowers today.
It's not the flowers I want to see. I purse my lips and glance at the clock overhead. Actually, he should be at the door by now. As the door opens, a long leg steps into view. You don't need to hide, I know it's you. Your car didn't break down and there aren't any reports about fender benders today. I already know all your tricks.
Did you also predict this?
As if performing a magic trick, he pulls out a bouquet of flame lilies from behind his back, the fragrance spreading between us.
Here I am. And here are the flowers.
Yay. As our eyes meet, he smiles at me.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thomas is wrestling with lobsters in the kitchen. Meanwhile, Talia is busy dressing everyone up like New Year's ad models. Even the statues I still don't know the names of are wearing red woolly hats. Even Reddy's fish tank has couplets pasted on it. Eat well, drink well, feed fish well.
Come over here and help me.
Talia suddenly pops her head out from the upstairs bedroom and waves at me. Walking into the closet, she pulls out a bright red New Year's outfit from a beautifully wrapped box and holds it up to me.
I knew it'd be perfect for you. Go change into this.
Can I say no?
Of course not. It's a gift from the elders. Yeah, it look better on you once you change.
There's something in its left pocket. A red packet?
This is the first time I've given out money as an elder. I'm not sure if the amount is good enough, but more money brings more luck, right?
You don't need to do that. I'm an adult, so I don't.
No refusing, or I'll be heartbroken.
Before I can speak, she furrows her brow, and her expression looks as if she's about to cry. I have no choice but to accept her kindness. Thank you, Auntie. Sorry. Thank you, Miss Talia.
Why are you being so formal? You can call me Auntie.
Okay. He looks good. Raphael emerges from another bedroom, also wearing a festive New Year's coat that was made by Talia. The bold red looks surprisingly good on him and adds to his charm instead of overshadowing it.
This one's mine.
He slips a heavy red packet into my right pocket as if to balance me. What's this for?
The protection payment for the new year. I'd rather not have Miss Hunter forget about her employer while she's busy saving the world.
Do Lemurians also give out red packets? I wonder what's in them. Pearls? Just as I'm about to ask, Thomas shouts from downstairs.
Dinner's ready. Where is everyone?
Don't just stand there. It's time to eat.
Since it's the Lincoln New Year, let's each say a New Year's wish before we dig in. We should start this year with a bit of luck, after all. You can go first, Miss Talia, who recently won the Shenya Award and went on vacation early.
I wish everyone has a prosperous life.
Come on, Talia. These are New Year's wishes, not formalities. You're making this a little awkward, don't you think?
Sorry, I have attended too many parties lately. It's becoming a habit. Anyway, I wish everyone has a great year with everything going smoothly and every wish coming true.
My turn. I wish everyone succeeds in their respective career paths and that everything goes your way this year. Oh, and here's a little something just for our famous artists sitting at the table. I wish you submit your artwork on time.
Raphael doesn't even flinch as he treats Thomas's comment as background noise.
I wish everyone stays wealthy and healthy.
Well, I'll wish everyone makes a fortune in the coming year. I definitely need that.
Cheers.
Cheers. After dinner, we get to the New Year's activity, paper cutting. It feels like ages since I did a traditional handcraft like this.
I feel the same. But, you know, they didn't grow up in Lincoln City and know the local customs, so everything here feels new to them.
Thomas lets out a long sigh, however he's excited as he cuts out the word flex with several gold yanbao. Raphael is even more skilled at cutting. He seems to have a natural gift for anything related to art. Pieces of paper flutter between his fingers. It's not long before he has a stunning pattern. Half the afternoon is gone just like that. We cut out phrases such as unparalleled beauty, yearly prosperity, and beaming with joy. Each one is vibrant and perfect in its own right.
Seriously? Are we even competing at this?
Thomas shakes his head. Then he heads upstairs to answer a call about an important overseas business deal. Talia, meanwhile, decorates every corner of the studio with the finished paper cuttings.
How's your masterpiece coming along?
Bad. Raphael sneaks up behind me and I hold up my ridiculous attempt at a fish head, waving it in front of his face. Take a guess, and here's a hint. Abstract art.
Strange fishy?
You can tell?
Yeah, it's like an improved version. It evolved from an iron pot into a pressure cooker. The fishy's features are even more defined now. Shall I help you out, cutie?
Yes. Seeing me nod, he takes my right hand, which is holding the scissors, and moves it closer to the edge of the folded red paper.
Relax your wrist.
As the distance between us disappears, I feel the warmth of his breath by my ear.
You need to do it like this first, and then that. Ta-da! See? Isn't it easy?
How is this easy? With the guidance of his slender fingers, I quickly cut out a tiny version of myself and him. I'm not going to hang this one up. Can I take it with me and keep it in my collection?
Make sure you frame it, and hang it in a place so that it's the first thing you see when you walk in.
Out of the corner of my eye, I notice he's carrying his paper cuttings in his pocket, but in a much more intimate pose. And what's that one for? I reach out, which results in me practically being on top of him. Oh. Okay. He doesn't resist and leans back into the sofa, giving me an innocent look. My hand rests near his head. I must have tugged on his hair because he hisses as he tilts his head.
I see paper cutting isn't enough. Now you want to whisk me away too? How bold of you.
You fell over on your own. I didn't even push you.
You're bold enough to act, but not to admit it.
Admit what?
Who knows? I'm the one at your mercy here. I don't have time for those chaotic thoughts, you know.
He sighs again, his beautiful brows drooping, as if he is silently bearing a heavy burden. Fine, close your eyes. He blinks. Surprisingly, he closes his eyes without making a fuss. My gaze sweeps over his perfect features. Maybe I should do something. As I contemplate this, hesitation hits me. I snap back to reality and exhale in relief, then quickly pull my hands away from his sides.
Wait.
Just as I'm about to stand up, he catches my hand from behind. I stumble, bumping into his shoulder. As I look up, he lowers his head. Accidentally or on purpose, I'm not sure. A kiss lands. It was on purpose. Beyond the strands of hair falling over my face, I catch a glimpse of his eyelashes fluttering like butterfly wings as they brush against my cheek tenderly. Oh. He slowly releases my wrist.
All right, you can go now.
Okay. Snowflakes fall from the sky as Talia carries a basket filled with small, round lanterns, hanging them up one at a time on the money trees in the backyard. That's a lot of money trees. Isn't this a bit much?
Is it hot inside the studio? Why your face is so red?
Don't worry about that. Yeah, it's hot inside the studio. Maybe the fireplace was burning too hot. I touch my cheek while I untangle a lantern string and wrap it around a tree branch. Aside from these decorations, traditional New Year's pictures are on the walls outside. My art studio has a makeover, more or less. Miss Talia, does Lemuria also celebrate the New Year? Unexpectedly, Talia shakes her head. She glances in my direction and speaks slowly.
The Lincoln New Year is a big deal for humans, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's about reunions, spending time with people who really matter. Haven't you done something like that before?
Raphael was the one who wanted a more lively celebration this year. I was surprised at first, but now I get it.
Because of me. Talia answers the phone. A faint voice on the other end of the call says her lover delivered flowers to her, and her signature is required. Oh. As I absent-mindedly walk back to the courtyard, Raphael stands alone by the floor-to-ceiling window, hanging up the paper cuttings of the phrase, "Yearly Prosperity." The moment our eyes meet, his previously expressionless face softens into a bright smile. I realize something. Simply walking into his line of sight is enough to make him smile. Aww. Was all this prepared just for me? Raphael taps on the glass, points at my outfit, and mouths something to me.
Happy Lincoln New Year, everyone. Make sure to spend it with the people you love.
Did you hear what I just said?
Not really. But if we don't act fast, someone's gonna wake up with a nasty cold tomorrow.
Now that he mentions it, my nose starts to feel a little itchy. It's not a bad thing though. I might give you my cold if I get sick. Then you'll have an excuse to reject the invitations to boring events.
In other words, one sick person takes care of another sick person? Only you could come up with that. I'm not exactly interested in getting sick, so don't move.
He gathers a soft blanket cape from behind me, pulls the two fluffy pom-poms, and ties them into a bow. Raphael, is this the first time you actually celebrated the New Year?
Why do you ask?
It's very lively and nice. I like it lively. He lets out a barely noticeable sigh and leads me down a path in the courtyard.
The thing about lively events is that they're distracting. It took me a whole day before I finally got a moment alone with you.
Looking around to make sure no one will walk in on us, I step back and spread my arms. Then, do you want a hug? Raphael doesn't move, only raising an eyebrow slowly.
Really, cutie? Just one hug?
Yes. Recalling the kiss from earlier, my face becomes warm again. If you want to do something else, shouldn't you just do it? Oh, okay. Knowingly, he nods. With his hands behind his back, he takes a step towards me, then another.
Then, doesn't that mean it's your turn to close your eyes?
With some effort, I brace myself, calm down my racing heart, and close my eyes. What happens next goes exactly how I imagined, yet his breath and touch are much colder than expected. Something wet melts against my lips. Opening my eyes ever so slightly, I see my confused expression reflected in Raphael's mischievous eyes. He raises his hand, and a snowball slips from his palm, falling to the ground with a splat.
Wow, cutie. And you said nothing weird was going on in that brain of yours.
You...
This is your fault. Now I'm starting to think about weird things too.
A soft warmth presses against me. Our mingled breaths create a white mist in the cold night air. And out of the corner of my eye, I see Talia pushing Thomas back into the kitchen as he holds a fruit platter and appears confused. Oh, she saw. She saw us and was like, they need alone time. She's a real one. New Year's gifts are piled up on the table, and the lively atmosphere lasts into the night. After dining and wining, everyone finally says their goodbyes and goes home. Among the gifts is a New Year's card from Lincoln University. It's addressed to Professor Rafayel. There's also a package of seafood from a coastal town resident, thanking Master Rafayel for something. In addition, the baby blue whale that was once injured is now an adult. Satellite images even show it hunting alone in some distant sea. This year flew by so quickly. The snow in the courtyard is now deep, and the icy branches bend over the light. The snow in the courtyard is now deep, and the icy branches bend under the light, forming little silver arches. I did a lot and left a lot undone. I met many people and said goodbye to many people as well. I'm not sure if I'm standing still or actually moving forward.
Nice self-reflecting there, cutie. If I run into that reporter on the street tomorrow, I'll repeat what you said.
I hold up my hand as if I were holding a microphone and offer it to him. So, Mr. Raphael, what was the most unforgettable moment for you this past year?
The time I had an afternoon where I did absolutely nothing.
He answers my question without hesitation, catching me off guard. I thought he'd make a joke. Would you like to add to that?
I just finished a painting and was bored, so I grabbed a travel brochure and wandered around.
Oh my god. He's talking about the day he first ran into me. Oh, that he first met me.
Then, to avoid a little rascal that jumped out of nowhere, I walked into an unfamiliar neighborhood and got lost. After that, I met someone. Isn't it amazing?
He pauses and his expression softens. Oh my god. That's so sweet.
So many seemingly inconceivable moments that could have been planned by someone are actually just coincidences.
He takes my hand and tightly holds it.
I wasn't thinking about anything in particular, you know, but I somehow wandered into someone's life and became part of it. She even got used to having me around. From that moment on, you can't help but wonder how many more colorful surprises are waiting in this world.
A warmth spreads through my chest. It's a feeling I can't quite put into words. What about regrets? Do you have one? He stops in his tracks and turns slightly to look at me. His features are bathed in the soft, silvery glow reflected off the snow, and his gaze grows even gentler.
Do I mean something to you?
Of course. Oh. Yes, of course. My voice is soft but steadfast. Raphael smiles.
Then, I don't have any regrets.
In the area closest to Lincoln, the buildings scattered along the coastline begin to light up. Raphael suddenly looks up at the night sky.
Look, it's about to start.
Fireworks light up the sky from across the shore. In the air, colorful numbers start a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. At the last second, I grab his hand. Raphael, I'm going to make sure you adore my world even more. I promise.